Hey YouTube, what's up? And welcome back to another video. It's been a while. I am getting a little bit better with being consistent with you guys and just coming up on here and making sure I'm making my videos. Like I told you before in my last video, I'm doing a couple new things with my Instagram account, and it's just taking up a lot of my time. But no excuses. I'm happy to be back with another video. And for you guys that are watching, obviously by now you know that this is a YouTube channel based off of dedicated to just people who are trying to lose weight and get in shape. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about some of the best fat loss foods to eat when you're trying to lose weight, and just what to stay away from, and obviously how you can help this gears towards you actually seeing the results that you want to see. So as you guys already know, normally I'm always talking about being in a calorie deficit and making sure you're in a calorie deficit. But you're asking yourself probably, you're asking me probably, and just in general, what are the best foods to eat when you're trying to lose weight? And I'm gonna give you guys a list of foods that I eat when I'm trying to stay lean. It's a little bit of a difference, but it's pretty much the same. I want you guys to keep in mind that when you're trying to lose weight, honestly, the best thing that you can do is be in a deficit. And I talk about calories and all that stuff, but you're probably saying, what should I be having? So first things first, you're waking up in the morning, what's something that you should be having? Now a go-to for me is eggs and oatmeal. Reason why I have eggs, clearly because I want to have my protein, and I've been doing this for like a long time. I have about 2 eggs. I want to get my protein in first thing in the morning, and that's not just in the morning, that's like throughout the whole day. So I'm having my protein, I'm getting my eggs. I'm having oatmeal because I need a source of carbs. So I go for protein and carbs. My oatmeal is pretty easy on my stomach. My stomach is pretty sensitive. So almost anything I eat, I like get bloated and I swell up. And it's like not a fun feeling. It doesn't look good. It doesn't feel good at all. If you're like me, you know this feeling. Almost anything you eat feels like it just makes you bloated and just like it's really uncomfortable. But oatmeal is pretty easy on my stomach. And like I said, eggs. Later on, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna have a piece of fruit. And for me, if you know me well, it's mangoes and grapes, green grapes or mangoes. So I normally go for a piece of fruit there and I space it out. Let's say I'm having my breakfast around like 7 o'clock. I'm probably not having that piece of fruit, which now is gonna be my snack. I'm not having that to about like probably 10 o'clock because I really wanna like make sure that like I like digested the food properly. It's not too close. You pack on too much food in one sitting, definitely you will get bloated. And more so, it's just not a good feeling, So definitely do this, guys. Try to like space out your foods. So I'm having a snack, which is gonna be a fruit. Like I said, either green apples or green grapes. And then later on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a bigger meal. So I'm gonna make sure I have a source of carbs, protein. I don't really worry about fats too much, but my source of carbs will be white rice or brown rice, and it'll be some sort of protein like chicken or salmon. I love chicken, I love salmon. Normally grilled chicken. I'll have a bowl of white rice, and then I'll have my about like 5 ounces, 6 ounces of grilled chicken, or like chicken breast. I'll have like 2 pieces, maybe even 3, because I'm like that hungry. Then later on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have that same concept, like the protein and carbs, but I'll have like salmon, which is my source of protein, and then I have like with mashed potatoes. I don't do mashed potatoes so much because it makes my stomach feel funny sometimes too, but I understand that if I have a good amount, like nothing too big, nothing too crazy, I'm perfectly fine. Now, you guys can do the same thing, just make sure you're having less of it. And it doesn't have to be what I'm eating. You guys can have whatever you want, but make sure it's just less. You're having less calories and you're tracking it and you're being consistent with it. But if you're talking about like a whole list of foods, I would tell you, like I said, grilled chicken, salmon, mashed potatoes, white rice is fine. If you guys are having like muffins, sometimes I do muffins sometimes because it's pretty filling and it'll keep me satiated for like a good while. I probably don't do cereal so much. I don't like too much milk, but I do have it with my oatmeal. So I probably don't do too much of the milk. It's like weird sometimes. It works for me, sometimes it doesn't. But milk is totally fine to eat when you're trying to lose weight. Honestly, you guys want to focus on veggies. So like you're having like, you're having like grapes, mangoes, pineapples, Honeydew, cantaloupe, watermelon is great. Anything with a high water content is perfect if you guys are trying to lose weight, because you want to consume more water throughout the day. A lot of people don't drink too much water anyways. It's too much of like the so-called healthy smoothies that a lot of people do, or they're just drinking coffee all day and they're not really having too much water. So you definitely want to have fruits that are high water content, like the ones I just named. And the complex carbs, you know, mashed potatoes, yams, white rice, brown rice. There's really no difference if you're having, there is a difference with white rice and brown rice. There's more fiber in brown rice, but there's no difference as far as like you losing weight. You just still want to track your calories. The best thing you guys could do is make sure you're having the foods that you're enjoying and you can sustain, because you don't want to go on a diet or make it feel like a diet and you're like depriving yourself of foods and then you feel like I can't keep up with it. So make sure you guys just like sticking to the foods that you actually like. And when it comes to veggies, you guys can have basically any veggie that you want. You honestly should be doing, like I told you, you're gonna have breakfast, protein, carb, snack. You're gonna have a fruit. Then later on for lunch, you're having a protein, a carb, and you wanna have a veggie with that. And now for dinner, you wanna do the same thing, protein, carb, and a veggie. You can have your fats. This is just something that I've done, and it works for me and a lot of my clients. They want to have your fats in there too, but I realize a lot of people neglect their veggies, and that's something you want to have. I don't understand why someone would want to lose weight but not have their veggies and their fruits and like not drink a lot of water. To be drinking coffee all day is like, it's crazy, because you should be drinking more water. Even if you're not trying to lose weight, like you just need to be drinking water. Your body's made up a high percentage of water. So when you guys are trying to lose weight, those are some of the things that I like to have. But like I said, you guys can have whatever you want. You just really want to be careful with some of the junk food. Like obviously McDonald's, you know what's healthy and what's not. You know, it tastes good, it's cheap, it's very convenient, but you know, limit yourself to that. You know, the KFC, I grew up on a lot of these things. Burger King, Five Guys. I have Five Guys a lot throughout the week. But my goal is a little bit more different than you guys. But you can still have the same foods. And I want you guys to understand that it's not so much your metabolism, it's more so of how many calories you guys are having throughout the day and portioning out the foods that you guys are having. So you don't actually need a whole list. You just need to make sure you can sustain it. And honestly, you guys need to do better at just, you know, being mindful of how you feel when you're eating these foods, because clearly it's not just, are you gonna have me lose weight? It's, do you even feel good? Because if you eat something right now and you feel like crap, you're gonna go lay down or sit down and you probably won't get much work done. Or imagine being at work feeling like crap because you ate something that made you bloated. Now you're not gonna feel too good throughout the day when you're at work, and you're not gonna be too efficient at getting your work done. It's gonna feel weird to probably stand up. You probably gotta sit, and you probably gotta go to the restroom. It's just not a good feeling. You wanna feel, you know, satisfied with your hunger, but you know, not feel like you didn't eat, but then not feel like you overate too at the same time. So you actually just wanna pay attention to how you guys feel. So to end it off, guys, fat loss foods, I will say, those options you guys should definitely try. I think instead of just doing a whole list, even though I did give you one, you want to look at it more like you want to have your protein, carbs, fruits, veggies. Okay? Protein, carbs, fruits, veggies, and you want to drink a lot of water throughout the day. Don't neglect your fats. You want to have that too. But I know with most people, that's normally how most people eat anyways. They just look at, okay, the carbs, the fruits, the veggies. A lot of people just don't have enough fruits throughout the day. And it's like, that's the best thing you can eat to kind of, you know, keep yourself satiated and to help the process, as opposed to just eating something that you're gonna feel horrible about. Because there's no wrong with eating fruits. Like eating bananas. Some people think that sometimes eating bananas is just wrong. You can eat bananas and still lose weight. It's great. Like, you know, it's not like, oh, this is a carb, like I'm not gonna lose weight. Like, whoever told you that is lying to you. You wanna check in with how many calories each fruit has, just so you're aware of. But you can kind of pile up on fruits, go crazy and be still fine. You can go crazy with veggies and still be fine, because they're so low in calories that you can have so much of it, and you probably have so much more calories left over that you're like, wow, now it's time to have like some carbs, like rice. Like you can still eat rice and lose weight, as I was saying to you guys. You can still have mashed potatoes and stuff like that. And a lot of you guys, sometimes you go on the weekends, you want to have a little drink, whatever, you go with friends and family, that's fine too, because you're gonna have more room, because you ate so much of the low calorie dense foods that you have so much room left to have more calories, that if you do have a little drink here and there on the weekend, that's fine. But you want to be mindful of that as well too, because you don't want to, kind of just say, F it and just mess up your whole progress. A lot of people mess up their progress on the weekends, or they think they do. They mess up because they think they do, and then they fall out track. You really, really didn't mess up if you go off. That's if you constantly keep on doing it. You like going out of your calorie range. And as I told you guys before, if you're trying to lose weight, you should set a calorie range for yourself, a 200 calorie range of a difference. So for example, 1,800 to 2,000 calories, that's an example. You want to stay within that range, because you can tell yourself, if I stay within this range and I'm losing weight, then you're in a good point. But if you're doing like 1,500 one day, then 2,000, then you're going down to like 1,000 calories, then you're back up to like probably like 18. It's all over the place that you don't really have that range, and you don't really know what you're doing. You don't know if you're gonna lose weight. You probably won't, because it's at the end of the week when you see how much calories you've had, it's been such a fluctuation that it's hard to really keep hold of it. So I'm gonna leave you guys off with that. There are better foods to have when it comes to losing weight, but there's no such things as weight loss foods, as in you eat it and you lose weight. It's more so better options. So those are some options that I use, that I stick to. And I want you guys to understand that if there's a certain type of food that you like to eat, have it. Be mindful of the junk food, but have your fun foods, because you're gonna need it to sustain it. If not, you're gonna feel deprived, and you're gonna probably binge, or you're probably gonna deprive yourself so long that you're just gonna run into the cabinet and have all the donuts and muffins or whatever it was, or have a whole bunch of cheeseburgers or whatever it is that you like to eat. For me, it's pizza. You're gonna just binge and have so much of it, and then feel bad about it afterwards. And you should never feel bad after eating. Like, you should feel good, because you just put more energy into your body. Everyone doesn't get to eat, obviously, you guys know this. So you should always feel good that you had a meal. You should never feel bad that you had a meal because you're trying to lose weight. I just think that's crazy. So I'm gonna leave you guys off with that. Till next time, you guys make sure you are staying consistent. Don't focus on motivation. That's not gonna always get you there. Make sure you stay consistent. Make sure you guys have a plan, and make sure you guys are working on being self-disciplined. Till next time, guys. Peace.